Line Rider Review, we just released a top 10 list for 2020, collaborating with artists across communities and across the world, and this year was a doozy. Across reviewers, many of the scores were quite close, and there are several tracks that missed a spot in the top 10 by super small margins. I had a few that I thought were still worth highlighting, and we're starting a new series here on the channel, so I thought, hey, why not kill two birds with one stone? I'm Off the Deep End, and this is Elevator Pitch, a series where I pick 5 tracks and take less than 30 seconds each to try and convince you they're worth a watch. Let's go. Did you know Branches made some of our favorite tracks in 2020 without knowing how to draw backwards acceleration lines? A Burning Hill is the result of playing around with that simple concept, and drops you into a tiny, beautifully built world that Bosch explores with a serene gentleness. If you like trees, listening to Mitski, and tracks that think about the journey instead of the destination, give A Burning Hill a shot. A full moon night is pretty much what it feels like to have every idea at once. It's rare that a track will successfully pull off maximalism, but Pac's ambitious attempt is the exception, and boy what an exception it is. In calmer moments, the track is a scattered collection of shapes and textures that pulls itself together just long enough to provide a physical world for Bosch to interact with. At its most hectic, it's joyful, messy, abstract nirvana. Fans of Neil Cicerega's mouth mashup albums will find themselves at home with Yahoo, a track so dedicated to a single joke that its final moments make it hard to stop laughing. Can you make a track that centers itself completely around a single jump and the yodel from the 1999 Yahoo jingle that's somehow both funny and transcendent? I think Chuggers answered that question pretty definitively, but you should find out for yourself. Squid the Cat's take on Jacob Collier's With the Love in My Heart, like the titular song, is a bit all over the place, but for my money, its best moments are its fantastically incorporated animations, which work with Bosch's movement in a way that evokes the snappiness of a slick motion graphics demonstration. It's a massive and ambitious piece, and in many places its selection of movement and motion is haphazard at best, but the animation alone makes this worth a watch. Lord of the Dance, DefTab's Line Rider debut, took some time to grow on me, but grow on me it did, with jittery movement and oscilloscope-esque graphics packaged up into a neat little IDM audiovisual experience. Attention is paid to the texture of the music's percussion and synth parts, and is integrated into the track Bosch rides on in sometimes unexpected ways. Watch out for DefTab in 2021. There's some real smart moments in Lord of the Dance that should make future tracks just as compelling. Thanks for watching. All of the tracks I mentioned are available to watch in a playlist. If you like what we do, consider giving us a coffee. If you want to come hang out and talk about these tracks with us, you can apply to the Line Rider Artists Collective Discord. Links for all of these are down in the description. See ya!